Hey, this is Jamey with Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanisms in the two-player competitive game, The Rival Networks. This has some similar aspects to the game The Networks, but in a dueling format. The game has a couple really clever things going on. Basically, it's a ratings war between three different time slots, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, for the shows that you're presenting to audiences at those time slots. So I have a show at 8 o'clock, you have a show at 8 o'clock. We're trying to win the ratings war over 3 rounds over the course of the game. And every round you look at that battle, who has more ratings, which is tracked on a tile that looks like this. So here's like the 8 o'clock tile. You can see how there's this track that goes around that tracks the number of ratings. And as you as you change things about the show, as you put shows down, as you add stars to the show, things like that, viewership goes up. You can see these little eyeballs. You get viewership tokens as you increase the ratings. So it's not just ratings, but it's also kind of individual viewers, people checking out the show for the first time, even though they may not stick around. And this is where something really clever comes into the game, because it is a bit of an engine building game in that you are constantly improving the shows that you have out here. But at the same time, the game forces you to change the shows. You can't always keep the same shows for the whole game. So on your turn, you must pick one of the TV show cards. I'll show you one of them right now. You must pick, on your turn, you must pick one of these cards. Here's one of the pilots. The Wide World of Forks. The humor in this game is a lot of fun. So this is the show card. This is one of the starting show cards, so this is not very flashy. But you must take one of these shows and you must put it on one of your time slots. And what that does is that it cancels the show that was there, pushes it into reruns. So you no longer have whatever show was here. Instead, I have the Wide World of Forks at that time slot. And that changes the ratings for that show, because suddenly I had this show that maybe I'd built up with a few stars, I had a bunch of ratings, and it drops down to 0, and I reset it based on the new show that I have there. But then I gain viewers again for the new show. So this is kind of the cyclical nature of the show. It forces you to not just stick with the same engine. It pulls you back at times, so that you can't just get better and better over the course of the game. Instead, it pulls you back. You have to replace these shows at times, and you choose which show that you want to replace. But then you gain the viewers again as you add the new show. So even though your ratings reset, doing so gives you an opportunity to gain more viewer tokens. So I think this is a really clever way of making it not feel so bad. When you take a show that you've been working on, that you've had out there for half the game, suddenly it becomes more advantageous for you to have a different type of show there, but it doesn't feel as bad because you are regaining these viewership tokens, which are the way that you win the game in the first place. So I thought that was a really clever way of letting players feel good about resetting something that they've been building towards. That's the main number one favorite thing that I have in the game. The other thing that I wanted to mention is just a clever use of currency. You can buy these network cards in the game. Here's a network card here, and this network card costs $6 million. So you might think in most games you would have tokens that represent $6 million that you can gain over the course of the game. Instead, this is a game about running a TV show, a TV network. So instead of having tokens that are money, you have ads, you have advertising that is worth money of different values. So this is so cool on so many levels, because you have these ads. You don't need an additional token. You don't need coin tokens in the game. You just have these ads that you discard if you want to gain a special network card. But they're different values too. So if I just discard this card, under normal circumstances, it's worth $2 million as I spend it to acquire a network card. However, if I am currently leading the ratings in the 9 p.m. time slot, that's what this symbol represents, this card is worth $3 million instead. This is so clever. I think this is so clever because it basically gives a variable value to a single currency unit. This is a single currency unit. It gives a variable value to that. And it also adds meaning to the ratings wars during the round. So the ratings don't just matter at the end of the round. They matter during the round as well. So many clever currency elements incorporated into this one single card. And there are a bunch of advertisements in the game that can come out. So, and you get one for free every round. You get one of those for free. You get a star for free every round. So you're constantly getting like more free stuff, more good stuff over the course of the game, and you're kind of crafting your network experience around that. So two really, I think, really innovative, clever mechanisms in the rival networks, and definitely one of my favorite two-player dueling games on the market right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below if you've played this, or if you've played the networks, or if either of these mechanisms, multi-use currency or multi-value currency, and games kind of like this, or games like London, where you're forced to reset at times, but where it doesn't feel that bad in this game because you're gaining viewers as you reset. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks.